Muslims, we continue this tradition by celebrating Eid al-Adha, as ordered in the Quran. Ibrahim alayhi salam passed away in Jerusalem at the age of 175. He is known as the close friend, Khalil, of Allah. Lut alayhi salam. Lut alayhi salam was the nephew of Ibrahim alayhi salam. After they migrated together from Babylon to Sham, Greater Syria, Lut was sent as a prophet to the people of Sodom. This region is around present-day Jordan and the Dead Sea. The events happened a few centuries after the flood of Nuh alayhi salam, around 2000 BCE, during the rise of Mesopotamian civilizations. As a miracle, Lut made rain fall from a clear sky and spoke with stones. These miracles proved to his people that he was a prophet. But the people of Sodom worshipped idols and committed a type of relationship the world had never seen before: homosexual acts. However, these acts were not just private sins. They were forced upon others. They would assault young boys and enslave them. Wealthy men would treat young males as property. They even blocked roads and kidnapped male travelers to abuse them. This was not just individual sin. It had become a system of organized oppression. The Quran describes their behavior like this: you approach men, block the roads, and commit shameful acts in your gatherings. Surah Al-Ankabut 29. Lut alayhi salam invited them to the right path, but they refused and became even more aggressive. They even threatened to expel Lut and his family from the city. One day, 3 strangers came from the sky. They appeared as handsome young men and stayed at Lut's house as guests. The people of the city gathered and demanded to take these guests by force. They wanted to assault them. Lut was afraid, but the guests revealed they were angels. They told Lut to leave the city during the night with the believers. That night, Lut and a few believers escaped. By morning, the city was turned upside down. Stones rained from the sky, and the corrupted people were completely destroyed. According to Islam, they were not destroyed just for practicing homosexual acts. They were punished because they forced this lifestyle on society, kidnapped the weak, and normalized group assaults. The story of the 3 handsome young men is told in the Quran to show this exact reason. Ismail alayhi salam. Ismail alayhi salam was the eldest son of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and one of the great-grandfathers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. His mother was Hajar. Ibrahim alayhi salam left Hajar and Ismail in Makkah and returned. While Hajar ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa in search of water, the water of Zamzam miraculously burst from the ground. As Ismail grew older, he was sent as a prophet to the tribe of Jurhum. He taught them the religion of Allah, called people to worship, and showed them how to pray and give zakah. He was also known for his skills in archery and horse riding. It is mentioned in hadith books that Ismail alayhi salam revived and established the Arabic language. His miracles included making fruits grow on thorny trees and causing sheep to give milk. He passed away in Makkah and was buried beside the Kaaba in the area known as Hijr. Ishaq alayhi salam was the second son of Ibrahim, and his mother was Sarah. He was sent as a prophet to the people of Canaan, the land of today's Palestine. He visited Makkah with his brother Ismail and later spread the religion of his father. The Quran describes Ishaq as a good servant, righteous, truthful, and devoted to Allah. He was also the father of Yaqub, Jacob, who was a prophet too. His miracles included animals testifying to his prophethood, a mountain moving through his prayer, and bringing dead animals back to life. He passed away at the age of 120 in Palestine. His grave is in the city of Hebron, where his father Ibrahim alayhi salam was also buried. Yaqub alayhi salam. Yaqub alayhi salam was the grandson of Ibrahim alayhi salam and the son of Ishaq alayhi salam. His title is Israel, which is why his descendants are called Bani Israel, the children of Israel. He had 12 sons, and from them came the tribes of the Israelites. He was sent as a prophet to the land of Canaan and invited people to believe in Allah. Because of his deep love for his son Yusuf, his other sons became jealous a test that Yaqub had to endure. The Quran introduces Yaqub as one of the most patient prophets. When he lost his son, he did not complain but said, "I only express my sorrow and sadness to Allah." Surah Yusuf 86. On his deathbed, he asked his sons, "Who will you worship after me?" They replied, "We will worship your God and the God of your fathers, Ibrahim, Ismail, and Ishaq, the one true God." Yaqub alayhi salam died in Egypt, but according to his will, he was taken to Palestine and buried next to his father Ishaq. Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf alayhi salam was the son of Yaqub alayhi salam and was sent as a prophet to the people of Egypt. He lost his mother at a young age and was raised with great love by his father. As a child, he saw a dream and told his father, "My dear father, I saw in my dream 11 stars, the sun and the moon, all prostrating to me." Surah Yusuf 4. This dream was a sign that he would one day become a prophet and be given a high rank. Yusuf's good character and his father's deep love for him made his brothers jealous. Out of envy, they threw him into a well. A passing caravan found him and sold him as a slave in Egypt. The chief minister, Aziz of Egypt, bought him and raised him in his home. Everyone admired Yusuf for his beauty, honesty, and purity. When Yusuf grew older, the minister's wife Zuleika tried to tempt him, but Yusuf protected his honor and ran away. Even though the truth became known, he was still imprisoned unfairly for a time. Even in prison, Yusuf preached Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. He taught morals and reflection to the prisoners. He interpreted the dreams of 2 inmates. One of them later went to serve the king. Years passed, and the king had a strange dream that no one could interpret. Then they remembered Yusuf, who explained it. There will be 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. Surah Yusuf 47. Because of his correct interpretation, Egypt prepared for the famine, and Yusuf was placed in charge of the country's treasures. Due to the famine, his brothers came to Egypt. Yusuf recognized them and kept his brother Binyamin with him through a clever plan. Later, he revealed his true identity, brought his whole family to Egypt, and healed his father's blindness. Yusuf forgave his brothers even though they had wronged him. He told them, "There is no blame on you today. May Allah forgive you." Surah Yusuf 92. This is one of the most powerful examples of forgiveness in the Quran. After reuniting with his family and reaching the highest position in Egypt, Yusuf still longed to return to Allah. This shows how elevated his spiritual rank was. His heartfelt prayer is recorded in the Quran. "My Lord, you have given me power and taught me the interpretation of events. Creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my protector in this world and the hereafter. Let me die as a Muslim and join me with the righteous." This is the peak of true servitude and detachment from the world. After his death, he was buried near Jerusalem. Shu'aib alayhi salam. Shu'aib alayhi salam was sent as a prophet to the people of Madian and the people of Aika. Madian was located between today's Jordan and northwest Saudi Arabia. Because of his sweet and effective speech, he was known as the orator of the prophets. His people worshipped idols and were involved in trade, but most of them were busy with sins like cheating in measurements, unfair weighing, charging interest, and fraud. He called them to Tawheed, belief in the oneness of Allah, and justice. He said, "Give full measure and weight with justice, and do not reduce people's belongings. Do not spread corruption on the earth." Surah Al-Araf 85. But his people mocked him and said, "O Shu'aib, do you tell us to leave the religion of our ancestors or not to do what we want with our wealth?" Surah Hud 87. Shu'aib alayhi salam warned them that Allah's punishment would come within 3 days. Then an earthquake seized them, and they were found dead in their homes, fallen on their knees. Surah Hud 1194. The people of Aika were also traders and showed the same corrupt behavior as the people of Madian. However, their punishment was different. Days of extreme heat followed. Then the sky darkened, and it looked like cool shade was coming. But from that shade came a painful punishment. A burning fire came from the sky, and they were all destroyed. Shu'aib alayhi salam later returned to Madian with the believers. He also met Musa, alayhi salam, who married one of his daughters. According to narrations, Shu'aib, alayhi salam, lived for 242 years. Today, there is a shrine in Jordan in a place called Wadi Shu'aib. Ayyub, alayhi salam. Ayyub, alayhi salam, was sent as a prophet to Bani Israel, the children of Israel. He was very wealthy, generous, righteous, and thankful to Allah. Allah tested him with both blessings and great trials. He first lost his wealth, then his children, and finally his health. His body was full of painful sores. Only his wife stayed with him and cared for him with patience. Despite the whispers of Shaitan, he trusted Allah completely. He never complained. He only shared his pain with Allah and showed patience. When Allah saw his strong patience, he accepted his prayer. After 7 years of illness, Allah told him to strike his foot on the ground.